Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. So phase 2 has started. How's your phase 2 been coming along? Have you all, gone out to meet some of your family members, your parents, and all that? Or is it still Raya? So did you all do your last days of Raya holiday? No more, right? Okay. So, but anyway, we can still meet with our family members and all that. But of course, keeping to the 5. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Okay, and it's so fast because now we are already we're almost halfway through 2020. So can't really imagine that time has flown so fast, right? That we are already halfway into 2020. Can you imagine? Okay, so I'm gonna start. This is the last installment of the 3-part brand representative training, and we do this every quarterly. So this is the second quarter of 2020 and the last brand rep training. So in this brand rep training, we aim to actually there are some key topics that we want to share on, and we have how to build a high and stable GSV. We also have the topic of playing a leadership role in your organization, and some simple accounting as you start your business as a brand rep of a Nu Skin. Okay, so I'm going to start now. Oops, it's not really moving. Hang on, I see what's going on. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start a little bit on news that's going around us lately. I think there's quite a lot of gloomy news that's going around about the economy. I'm sure if you're following, you will see that this news came up, and basically, not just Singapore is going through recession. In fact, the world is going through recession due to COVID-19. There are so many changes and so many things have happened due to this pandemic that the recession is here. And of course, this is not really affecting just Singapore, it's affecting worldwide. So we can't avoid it as well. So are we prepared economically or financially for a recession in our own life as well? Okay, so this is something that we need to be prepared for. Okay, and this is a news that has come out, and this is a Singapore report actually on how firms were actually, laying off workers just over video conferencing. So I don't know how you feel about this. If you've been, imagine if you work for a company for a number of years, and suddenly due to the pandemic, people ask you to go, and not even through a personal kind of, or not just over something very casual, like a video conferencing, and then they ask you to go. So I don't know how people would feel, would they feel betrayed by the company that they're working for and all this. So, these are realities that's happening right now, okay? Okay, and then this is also something that's going to happen, due to you have the circuit breaker. During the circuit breaker, right, there were many people who, although they did receive their salary, while they were not working. So now what happens is that their company is saying that they have to return the working hours. So they have to put in they're expected to put in hours of overtime after this, as we proceed after the end of CB. So, and also annual leave entitlement is reduced. So I don't know how you feel if you're working for someone. Would you feel that, to pay back 50 hours of OT is quite a lot. And obviously you're not going to get OT pay. So it's true that it's nobody's fault that we went through CB, but yet we have to pay the price. Okay, so I don't know how as an employee people would feel if this happened to your family or yourself. Okay, and then this is more information that two-thirds of Singaporeans actually do not have savings that will last them beyond 6 months. So this means that if people are retrenched or they lose their jobs, right, this is quite scary because livelihoods will be affected. And what's going to happen is there's going to be lesser jobs. So what other options do people have today? And there are 35% respondents said they would take on a second job. So if they're taking on a second job, what kind of second job would it be? I think most people would say that, oh, maybe do Grab delivery or do Grab driving. But my question is like, it's very competitive already. And we all know that even as a delivery rider and so on, right, your income is also being chipped off by all these all these platforms like Grab and all that, because they're also saying that they are not making money. So people are being squeezed actually. I mean, everybody is being squeezed in a way. So, are you prepared for this pandemic, or what can we do? Or are we just like sheep, waiting to be, waiting for whatever that comes along? So do we have control instead? Okay, then this is quite interesting. Actually, this affects the older generation of Gen Z. So I think Gen Z are people who are born from 97 and beyond. So those the older Gen Z will be in their 20s. So they're actually coming out. They're actually graduating from universities and coming out to work right now. So they're coming out at a very bad timing. So there are very few jobs. And then the people who are, or those people who manage to get a job, they realize that their starting salary is very bad. So imagine you studied for so many years, finally you've graduated, but your income is your salary is going to be very much affected. In this article, right, the SMU graduate Ben, he actually received an invitation, or he received that means he received a job offer which was going to pay him 1,000 less than what he expected. So as a result, he felt quite, he couldn't accept it, and he also did not accept this offer. I think Ben is quite lucky, right? Because obviously he has some family support and so on that allows him to reject. Imagine that if you don't have, then you have to take up the job. So I remember that when I graduated in the 1990s, around 1997, that time, there was financial crisis also, and my starting salary was very bad, and my increments was like $50. Annual increment was like 50. So no choice. I have to work anyway, because I mean I can't just continue to study, or I don't want to spend my parents' money. So I mean, but if you're Gen Z, you could be bearing the brunt of the pandemic. Okay, then also this article I thought would caught my eye also, because he says that since we are doing remote working, right, it means that the employees don't have to be in the same country. Isn't it so? So that means in future, our competition is not even from other Singaporeans. It's, we used to say that, oh, foreign talents are competing with Singaporean for Singapore jobs. But actually, if remote working is here, a company can hire anyone. Isn't it true? We can hire people from I don't know, you can hire anyone, because everybody can just work from home with a laptop, with a smartphone and all that. So that means that in this era coming ahead, right, it's just going to be a new terrain. Nobody knows how things will be. And it looks like there's going to be competition for very few jobs, even more. Okay. And but I want to say that crisis, right, is always a unique opportunity. It's how we view crisis. To me, I view it as an opportunity to change. Sometimes we need something like a strong push to get us out of our comfort zone. Okay, so it helps us to be open to new opportunities And maybe then it helps you to become the person that you're meant to be. So how do you perceive crisis? So I think COVID-19 is a crisis, it's a game changer. It's here to disrupt a lot of things that we were used to, our normals, but it's how we can view, and then how we can internalize this, and then how we can grab the opportunities that's available right now. So we're not going to go into the opportunity sharing today because we're in brand rep meeting, but we can definitely, I mean, to me, I feel that I'm very fortunate that more than a decade ago I started the Nu Skin business, and this I mean, because I took the first step to start the business then. So today, right, when I see this crisis, I mean, I feel for a lot of people in the F&B business, in the retail business, but at the same time, to me, I feel very strengthened by Nu Skin opportunity. That I feel that everyone can actually leverage on this opportunity to change and not be subject to the times, that you can be in control of your life, okay, through this Nu Skin opportunity. Okay. So, okay, I want to do a quick recap. So we've gone through 2 of the brand rep trainings already. So very quick recap. Okay, the first one is that, are you aware of, if you want success in your Nu Skin business, or in fact, if you want success in anything you do you know why you're doing it? See, this is a circle by Simon Sinek. Okay, and then he actually says that, in most organizations, right, the people know what to do. So they don't really, they're just being told what to do and they know what they're supposed to do. But knowing what to do will not actually help you to achieve your maximum potential. And next is, if you're slightly better, right, you know what to do and you know how to do it. But the highest level is you know why you're doing it. So I feel that in Nu Skin business, right, just a recap, we always have to know our why, no matter what happens, because in any business, or in fact in life, right, we always receive challenges. Okay, we will always receive objections. We'll always receive rejections. So how are we going to overcome this? Is actually to go back to our why. So I think that's very important, and we should never forget our why in the business. So your why is your purpose. The why is who you are. Okay, and then what will motivate you to rise above objections, rise above challenges. So always have your why visible to you, to remind yourself. Okay, so that anytime you are challenged, you will quickly rise above it and see beyond. Okay. Okay, then your positioning is so important. Okay, because we're a Nu Skin business, right? And how do you position yourself in this platform? Do you position yourself as an entrepreneur, or do you position yourself as an employee, or they call it an intrapreneur, but actually it's an employee. Sometimes because we were employee background, we can get used to that kind of thinking, and therefore we will apply employee mindset in our own business. But actually we got to change, because this is a business, and therefore we must have the mindset of entrepreneurs. Because if you're a mindset of entrepreneurs, you're willing to set goals, you're willing to take risks, you're also willing to sacrifice. That means you're willing to put aside your current enjoyments so that you can achieve greater success beyond. So that's very important, your positioning in your Nu Skin business, if you want success in it. Okay, so we must know our why, and we must be positioning ourselves correctly. Okay. I think it's very important. If you know that this is your business, you're really willing to go the extra step. It's not like time is up, I don't want, or I'm tired. You're just willing to talk to one more person, share with one more person, because this is your own business. And you know that by doing so, right, your life will actually change. Not just your life, your family's life as well. Okay. Okay. So the next thing is that if we want success, we really must set goals. So Albert Einstein says, right, if you want to live a happy life, you must tie it to a goal. not to people or things. So I think this is very true. Sometimes people, I see, sometimes I read stories or I read events about people, and I realize that some people are not happy because they always tie their happiness to a thing. Maybe they want a new bag, they want a new car, a new house, or they want to travel to a place. So it's a thing. So sometimes when you do that, right, you notice that when you achieve it, right, there is happiness, but the happiness is not lasting. So if we want success in life, right, or we want something that's a happiness to be very long lasting, we need to tie it to our purpose. Okay, and then along the way to reach our purpose, we have many goals to it. So as we reach our goals, right, you will find that the level of achievement is there, and you'll always be in a striving, happy mode. Okay, that's one thing. And of course, setting goals is to turn the invisible into visible. That's by Tony Robbins. So I think that's very true, because if we don't set a goal, we won't. We are not moving in a very concerted. We are not moving in how to say. That means if we don't set a goal, right, we're just floating along. We're just being pushed by the tide. So that will not help us to achieve success in our business. Okay, because if we are always being pushed around, this pandemic will push us around. It will just push us. Maybe you will say that, oh, I can't talk to people, I don't have customers, or I can't do this because of, but if you know that that there are things that you can do, there are things that if you really want something, right, you just need to sit down, plan, have a solution, and you can achieve it. That's what I feel. Okay, so we're coming back to today's one of the topic, which is to build a high and stable sales volume. Okay, I think everybody wants to have a high and stable sales volume, because obviously, right, because if we are doing a legitimate business, okay, you agree with me that if you are doing a legitimate business, you must always have sales. If a business is no sales and all that, then you're earning big income, right? It's quite suspicious, because there must be sales, there must be some form of exchange of product, exchange of service, and therefore you get your income. Okay, so that's very important to build a high and stable sales volume for your business. Okay, so there are actually it's very logical lah. There are only 4 ways to increase your sales volume if you think about it. Okay, and the first most obvious one is to increase the number of customers. Correct? If you want to increase your sales volume, you have to have more customers. Okay, and the next one is to make your customers spend more per customer. That means I have this customer, maybe Mary, and if Mary used to only buy $100 worth of products, if I can introduce more products to Mary, and Mary starts to spend $200 per month, then suddenly my sales volume increased by 100%, right? So this is increased spend per customer. Okay, next is increase the frequency of transactions per customer. So that means you make your customers buy more often. This will also help you to increase sales volume. And last one is increase prices. Seriously, I don't want to touch increase prices, because that's the worst. I mean, even for me, right, whenever we have price increase, I find that I have to, be very gentle and then break it to the customers and tell them why, we are doing this and so on and so forth. So it's a good thing that I think Nu Skin doesn't, keep increasing prices. So anyway, we are not going to touch on the increased prices in my elaboration later. Okay, so let's talk about increased number of customers to help you to have a strong sales volume. Okay, so number one, right, is always to start with the people you know. Okay, like your friends, your family, your relatives, colleagues. I mean, people that you know. Okay, so if you may ask me, I encounter people who don't want to touch the people that they know. They want to go to strangers first. You can do it that way, but it's going to be very slow, because if actually the people that you know is already is your network. So it's your choice whether you want to tap it or not. And if logically this network can give me my starting sales volume, right? Why don't I tap it? Why am I so stubborn that I want to touch strangers instead? So we all have that's why our name list and our contact list is so important. And the name list and contact list is really a living list. It's not, I start with this list and this list is stagnant and we'll just use out all the people and then stop. No, this list is always to add on because you will, you know, it's like even your relatives, you can have more relatives, right? Because your relatives can get married and then they can have, so once they get married, their spouse is also like your relatives. So it's always an increasing list. So, and also you can actually use this list accordingly to like help you to, we don't want to label anyone as a customer or label anyone as a potential business prospect. But sometimes as we work with the person and as we interact, we know that maybe this person is not a business prospect now. So this person would then be labeled in the customer category. So it helps you then to have your strategies for the person accordingly. So I feel that in our business, in fact, even if you think about it in any, let's say today, if I'm going to come out and do my own business, right? I will also go to the people I know first, right? To try to get them to, you know, it's just that maybe, for instance, if I'm going to be a contractor, if I want to start to be a renovation contractor, I will also go to my friends and family first to tell them I have a contractor business. You all come and if you all got people you know that want to renovate their house or this, come to me. Isn't that normally what you would do? But of course, we don't just stop there. It's not limited to these people as our customer base, because you cannot say that my uncle, auntie, everybody all buy from me, so therefore it's the end. It's not, because if you know how to build this list, you know that in time to come, your customers will comprise of people that you know, as well as people or future friends, or what we call strangers. Okay. Yeah, true. We can look for, I mean, that will be one of the topics that we'll talk about later, people with needs. Okay. So we must always ask for referrals. Okay, so like what I say, right, if I talk to somebody about TR90, or I talk to somebody about Neutral, I talk to people about this, right, I mean, whether the person I can close or cannot close, I will say that, hey, you got any other friends that you think might need this product, or you got friends that you think this will help them, be beneficial to them, so ask for referrals. It doesn't matter if your friends refer or not. It just have to be habitual in you to ask for referrals, because you think about it, not everybody will give you referrals, but there will be some who will give you a lot of referrals. So you have to hit the right one. But if you don't have the habit of asking for referrals, then you will not get you will not, that means you won't ask and then you won't receive. You know, we always say ask and receive, right? Okay. Okay. And I always say we cannot just stop at, that means, like I say, right, your name list and your contact list is living. So we should always be making new friends, because we're in a, it's not that we want to make new friends for our business, you know, because like I say, you make new friends. So even if this new friend doesn't give you business, but this new friend can refer business to you, isn't it? So it's all about having the right aura, having the right connections. So I always say we must be ready to smile at people, ready to just make some small talk and so on. So people that anywhere that you spend time at, you can make new friends. Okay, so I listed for you here. Sometimes it can be your neighbors, and if you are working now, it can be your colleagues. But it can also come from social media as well. Okay, your Facebook friends, Instagram followers, etc. Okay, so anywhere that you spend your time on, you can actually generate new network or new friends. Okay. Okay, I put this here because I know that a lot of people nowadays are turning to social media for Nu Skin business. I agree that we can use social media for Nu Skin business, but I also feel that because some people, I feel they may have this mistaken idea that they must become like some form of influencer, then they can be successful in the business. Actually, I feel that social media influencers, right? Okay, some of them, they are like people who are celebrities. They have millions of followers. So, and then it's more like the companies will pay them to maybe do a posting about their products and all that. So it's not the same as Nu Skin, right? Nobody pays you to do a posting about Nu Skin. You do Nu Skin because you use the products, you know it's a good product, you want to share with your friends so that they can also enjoy the benefits of the product. And you also want to share with your friends about this business opportunity behind Nu Skin that can change their life. So I think that we must be able to use social media accordingly. And we must also have the right expectations towards social media. Because if we feel that if we just do a posting, you know, it's not like we are celebrity, right? That if we do a posting, then people will buy. But have you thought that if people buy this way, would they be loyal to your products? Would they be repeat users to your products? Likely no, you know. So you're always trying to generate new customers. So therefore, it's very important how we use social media in our business. So I feel that social media is a way for you to connect. It's a way to showcase your personality, who you are, and so on, and then gain friends. But you still need to find some other ways, maybe one-to-one, to connect with these people and to convert them. Okay, that's one thing. Okay, so the fourth point that I have here is look for partnerships. Okay, because basically, right, you think about it, if you sponsor a customer versus sponsor a retailer, which one will give you more network? Obviously, the retailer, right? The one that will, that means, you know, retailers are people who are looking to earn share bonus, for instance. Okay, they don't want commitment, they just want to earn some share bonus. So because they are retailers, so therefore they will be more inclined to share the products with people and so on. Okay, but best we should be looking for people who are willing to change their life and want to do a business. So these are brand reps, sponsoring brand reps. Okay, and we can only look for partnerships if we show the plan. That means if we do our limited, if we do opportunity sharing, that means we don't just talk about products, we have to talk about the business, the opportunity behind our products. And if we're showing the plan, right, we definitely need to use tools. Sometimes if you just talk to people, they may not be able to remember so much. If you can have something like like we know we have our limited opportunity presentation booklet or the slides, you can use that to share so that people have more memory of what you shared, and then they can also see for themselves. So they can, you know, when the sharing is completed, then they're at their own time, own target, they can actually look back at what you shared with them and think about it. And then if there are questions, they can ask you. So I think that's very important. That means not just looking at customers, looking at retailers and other brand reps. So through partnership, which is of course through showing the plan. Okay. Okay. The next thing is when I put this, right, cultivating a loyal customer and customer retention by nurturing relationships. The thing I want to say is that if you want to increase customer number, the first thing you need to do is to retain your customers. If you notice that you don't have customer retention, that means your customers are always new customers who just buy one or two products. That means you need to understand the relationship between yourself and the customer. And then you need to work on this, strengthen this relationship so that you can retain them. Okay, we'll talk about it a little bit more as we talk about how to increase spend per customer. Okay, so it's very important. If you are just always having new customers, but do not have retention, right, is very wasted, very sayang, super sayang. Because in any business, everyone wants to retain their customers. Okay, so that's very important. Okay. So we can also think about converting our customers who are also the, you know, some of our customers are big users. So all these big user customers, right, they have potential to become your partners, your business partners, your brand reps. But you must always remember to show the plan. So don't be afraid to show the plan with people, you know. So sometimes when you are even to an auntie or uncle that you're serving, you know, that you're serving, that you're bringing products to, delivering, you need to also share with them that, I'm I'm not just selling a product, actually this is a business, and I can actually teach, people to also be like me, to have the freedom to do business. I don't have to go 9 to 5 job, and then I can, have a lot of flexibility, and then I can also earn good income from this business. And I'm also looking young and healthy. So all these things, so you need to project yourself to your customers, so that there's a potential you can convert them to become your brand reps. Okay, so these are the 6 steps that I recommend for helping you to increase your customer numbers. Okay, so how about increasing customer spend, the money spent per customer? So this is very important also, because remember I said, right, if you have many customers but everyone just buy one toothpaste, of course you have to have a lot more customers, then you will have more sales volume. So if you think about it, can you increase the amount of money or amount of products, the number of products that your customer uses, so that you can increase the amount spent, so that will help you to increase your sales volume. Okay, so I put this, you need to begin with yourself. Firstly, all of us must use more products. So if we are using more products, we will be able to, obviously you use more products, you will know the products better, and you can actually very easily share with people about our products. It comes out very naturally. It's like, some kind of sharing, and then you can just bring up your products. And people also say, hey, you're using this, so it's very good. So it becomes very natural. Okay, so it's not like you have to remember to tell to people about AP24, right? It's quite easy that, I said, hey, the toothpaste is so good, no plug, and 24 hours and all these things. So this is what I mean by use more products. Okay, and you need to educate yourself on product knowledge. It's very important to have good product knowledge, because if you know the products well, and you know, like, in what condition you use this product, you can get better benefits and so on, right? Obviously, people are going to listen to you more, and people are going to trust you more, and then as a result, they're going to follow you more and take your advice very easily. Okay, and I put here, know your competition. So say, for example, for me, today I'm focusing on TR90. I have to know my competition, like people who are on keto diet, people who are on, well, people who are, our other competition, the L company, whoever, Mary something company, what is the, how are they selling their products? What kind of cost is their products? And then what is my advantage, and so on, so that I can very easily compare to people, and then in a way win them over to my product. Okay. True, we are all of the good, none of the bad. Okay. And the other thing to help you to increase the spending is service. We always need to service our customers well. So what I mean by service, it's not just deliver to them. Sometimes you, do you, like if they order and they say it's not urgent, do you take very long to deliver to them, or you try to give it to them in the next 1-2 days, and you try to, have some, it's phase 2 already, we can do quick delivery and all that, wear your mask and everything. So keep good hygiene, wear your mask and all that. And then when you do all these things, right, you find that when you service people, that means you keep them informed of products, or you follow up with them on product, you show concern and all these things, right? You notice that you have built loyalty for your customers. And loyalty is one of the ingredients to having more spend per customer. Okay, and obviously over deliver. What I mean by over deliver? Actually, it's very easy when you're doing customers, right? You can give them small things like, sometimes we have I just anyhow example. For example, we have the 20th anniversary, those tote bags, right? So sometimes some of the tote bags is, they didn't buy the 20th anniversary promotion, but I bought because I needed some of the products. Then I have these tote bags, so I just give them these small little things. So it's like they're not expecting, and then they get all these things, and they get very happy. So basically that's how to over deliver, and then you can service, follow, just basically when we service, we try to know them better, so that we can serve them better, and then we can build more loyalty, and then more connection. And we're like somebody that they will always think of when they need skincare, we're like somebody else think of when they need supplements and all that. Okay. Okay, then the next one is companion selling and package. Companion selling meaning that, for instance, if you have a customer who is taking just ProBio, then what would you be happy if he took ProBio all the time? Would you not want to try to improve the benefits by adding cholesterol, for instance? Okay, so this is what I mean by companion selling. So maybe somebody came to you being recommended on pure cleansing gel. There are a lot of people who are using pure cleansing gel because it's a very good product. So then would you try to, maybe upgrade them to our ageLOC? Okay, if they're not ready for upgrade, maybe trying to tell them that they should be using maybe together with a toner, or maybe how about introduce them to LumiSpa, a cleansing device. So all these are companion selling. Okay, and then also package. Package can be Nu Skin package or your own package. Okay, what I mean by your own package is, I just put an example again. Let's say Nutriol, we have the Nu Skin package, right, where they have the Galvanic Spa with the Nutriol products. So I see some of you are doing quite well. They have very good testimonials with Nutriol. So is this sufficient? To me, right, if somebody wants to really have beautiful hair, lustrous, shiny, long hair, or thick hair, I think they should also take supplement. And I think that they should also take our Life Pack, because these are nutrients that your body needs to make hair. Okay, and then we should also take something that's anti-aging, like our Y-Span and R-Square, so that we can rejuvenate. So you can see how you can work this into a package. So then this is uniquely your package for people. And in order for you to basically you have to convey to them that this package, that when they take it, they will get results. So if you do so right, you will notice that you have to really to convey the benefits. Then people will trust you, and they will believe you, and they will try. Okay, so this is something to also increase spend. Okay, and of course, introduce promotions. Nowadays, we just have the Father's Day promotions. The promotion was quite good. Now we have the G3 pouch. It was just 207 per set. So there's a lot of savings, $36 savings. So we have customers who will who don't mind to buy more, to benefit from the promotions. So if you can, sometimes I would always tell them, hey, this promotion is very good because it helps you to save for this. Sometimes people don't mind spend money to save money. It's quite funny, right? So, but this is reality, okay? Okay, so like what Eddie said, right? We need to find out customers' needs, and we need to ask questions, and we need to listen. So sometimes it's not just about us talking about how good our product is. We have to ask them questions. We have to find out what is it that they want. Is there something that they are concerned about in terms of their health, their looks, and all that? And then we ask questions, and we listen, and then we offer solutions. So that's what we should be doing. So on my FB, sometimes I get all these sponsored posts for all these medical aesthetic clinics, Then they will say, recently I saw one clinic talking about women who are, talking about people who are aging, and then how you can see people who are aging, something about their lower half of their face. Actually, it's from people who are older. They will have very deep laughing lines, and then maybe this part is more sagging. So then this particular aesthetic clinic is talking about using some ultrasound and all that to stimulate. So I went to the comments, wow, a lot of people ask how much, how lasting it is and all these things. So that means there's a real need out there for people who want anti-aging. And I'm thinking that can't be our Galvanic Spa cannot fight. So even though, okay, we may not, of course, compete with all the aesthetic clinic, but I'm sure there'll be somebody out there who is looking for something more DIY, who is looking for something more natural, instead of going through all these processes and all these things to be anti-age. Okay, and our Galvanic Spa is so painless, no downtime, and you don't have to. You just, and anytime you can do it. You don't even need an expert to do it for you. You can do it DIY yourself, and the result is amazing. Okay, it's really amazing. If you're doing it on a more regular basis, you can really see the benefits. Okay. Okay. Then in order for you to increase, also you need to share testimonials. Sometimes it's not just about the benefits, like product benefits or these things. You also need to share testimonials of people who have improved their health or look, show photos and all these things, so that people will feel very kiasu that if they didn't start this program, if they didn't do this, more jialat things will happen to them. So something like this. So it will help you to get them to use more products and all these things. Okay. So yeah, this one thing. So the next one is to increase the frequency of transaction per customers. For this one, I only have 1 point, which is that you must think about your customer as just one customer, or you try to work into their family members, so that it only when you work into the family members, or then you will have more volume usage. More volume usage, then they will purchase more often, not just for themselves. Okay, so it's a bit connected to increase spend per customer, but but anyway, if you think about it, if a whole family is showering with liquid body bar, would they need to order it more often? Yes, right? Not versus I myself keep the liquid body bar for myself in the toilet, then only I use it. So of course, the number of time I order is going to be lesser. So something like this, okay? Okay, so with I hope that the first part about helping to sharing some tips about increasing your or stabilizing your sales volume through all these little tips, right? You can try to apply it into your business, and I hope that you can also help you to increase your sales volume, just like those tips have helped me to increase my sales volume. Okay, so now we're going to simple business accounting, where I'm not an accountant. Okay, I never graduated with any background. I just do simple business accounting, because New Skin business, everything is actually settled for you. Your when it's time to file taxes, you actually get this. In fact, you don't even need to file, because the New Skin actually helps you to input the amount of your commission and all that. So it's more like you yourself needing to do some form of business, simple accounting, so that you can deduct out the expenses, business expenses from your income, okay? From your deductible income. Okay, so it's very important to keep all business receipts and invoices. Okay, so basically, business receipts and invoices means things, expenses that you incurred due to your business. So maybe if you met somebody and then at Starbucks, and you had a drink and all this, and then or you gave a gift to your customer and all these things. So these are all expenses that you incurred due to your business. So you keep those receipts, because they are deductible against your income. Okay, true, you must make it a habit, because if you don't, you'll find that or like me sometimes, right, I just throw my receipt into this drawer, and then at the end of the year, I'm like, I want to ping sun, because my receipts is so many. So it's best to like be able to track on a monthly basis. Good accounting is that you should track on a monthly basis instead of leaving it one whole stack at the end of the year, which is no good. Okay, so true, you can actually make use of a lot of apps now, which is helping you. You can take a photo, and then they can do all this simple accounting for you as well. Okay, so that's very important. Okay. Okay, for business, right, we also need to set aside funds for trainings, meetings, and personal product usage. So this one, I think, because sometimes, remember we said positioning as an entrepreneur, or you position yourself as an employee, right? So if you're an entrepreneur, you must set aside funds to upgrade yourself, because nobody will send you for upgrade. So it's you yourself, you must set aside, because it's so important to focus on yourself, not just to focus on selling. You need to really upgrade yourself in terms of your product knowledge, in terms of how you present, in terms of how you come across, and then also your personal product usage, how you appear, how you look, and all these things is so important to how you look, and all that is so important to people. So sometimes if you imagine somebody who never comb the hair, or somebody who is like a bit sloppy, do you think that people will want to buy from this person? I don't know, you think about it, right? Versus somebody who is more professional, looks very clean, looks very friendly and all that. So personal product usage and setting aside funds. So don't have the employee mindset that yeah, I have to do all these things. I'm not willing to, I just want to earn only, I don't want to expand out anything. No, we need to have some form of expense so that we can earn greater income. Okay, so this is in exchange for greater income that we need to do all these things. Okay, so new scheme income, right, should be filed in your income tax. Okay, you just need to take note that, okay, for new people who are in the business, maybe if your income did not exceed 20,000, then obviously, oh no, but if let's say you are already working, so new scheme income is in addition. So unless your total income did not exceed 20,000, then of course you don't need to pay income tax. But if it is below 20,000 but exceeds 6,000, as a self-employed, you also need to pay your own Medisave. So this is something that you need to take note of. Okay, but I strongly advise everyone to file income tax, because if you understand Nu Skin is a self-employed business, so therefore it's like I say, you can deduct off your expenses. So expenses can be in many categories. Can be expenses like what I said just now, entertainment type of expenses, like your welfare type of expenses, or even like if you're not driving, okay, if you take Grab to the destination of your customer, all these things, or if you take even public transport, taxi and all that, you can keep the receipts, okay? Those can be deducted off your income. Okay, and then also if let's say, I'm not sure if next year we'll have a US convention with COVID-19, but in the past when we have all these conventions, when you travel to conventions to upgrade yourself, you can also take off these expenses from this traveling from your income. Okay, so that's one of them. Okay, what else? Like by right, you're not supposed to deduct off product usage by yourself, okay, from your deductible income, but you can actually set aside a certain portion, like for more like your welfare, maybe like, because it's like you have a grooming, some companies also, they give some kind of allowance and all that, so you can have some simple, but not excessive lah. Too excessive, then it becomes suspicious and questionable. Okay, so basically, right, we do the right thing, we file our taxes, but not forgetting that we can deduct off our expenses from, so that, you don't have to worry. But actually, you also don't mind to pay more taxes, right? Because if you pay more taxes, it means you're earning more money. So yeah, so basically, this is just some highlight to tell you that this is what you need to do, some simple business accounting. Okay. So I'm coming to the last topic in today's training, and it's to assume a leadership role in your own organization. So whether you're a new person in the business, just starting, and you have some LOIs in your organization, or you are maybe mid-term leader who have one or two, maybe your brand partner, or your even your senior brand partner, or so something like that. You can already start to take on a leadership role in your organization. You don't have to wait till you're EVP or wait till you are a presidential director and all that. No need. You once you start, even as a customer, even if you're serving customers, you can take on a leadership role already. Okay, so the number one thing is that we need to stay in touch with our LOIs and our brand reps frequently. Okay, so sometimes I put this one-to-one versus chat group. Sometimes we like to do chat groups, right? So we may have chat group with all our uplines and then all that, and then we just very conveniently we just drop. But you have to understand, when you do this, right, is this effective? Is your downline or your LI or your new brand rep receiving or just a bit numb and immune to all the information overload? So I feel that sometimes one-to-one is good, and then you can inform the upline who is maybe working more closely and all that. But sometimes it's we don't have to, because we're not traditional business, right? We're not like doing work, we have to CC all our bosses, right? So that's not necessary to do that, I feel. Okay, Okay, so I feel that we should have team meetings, okay, especially with your, new LOIs, your brand reps, your very new brand reps and all that. And these team meetings don't have to be very long. They can be half hour. They should be concise. We shouldn't be using this to chit chat or, talk about weather, gossip, all these things. No, because everybody is very busy. We have our family to spend time with. We also have we also need to rest. We cannot no rest also. Then on top of that, we got to do our own business, talk to our own customers, prospect our people. So that's why I have to concise about half an hour, okay, 2 or 3 times per week is sufficient. Okay. Okay, discussion topics while we are doing this meeting. Okay, we can talk about the prospects that is being followed up on. Like maybe this person, your new LOI is talking to somebody on, you need to know who they're following up with. You need to know if they have activity and all these things. Okay, and you can share upcoming promotions. Sometimes people receive all these promotions, but they're immune to it. They don't leverage on the promotion. So it's up to you as the upline, you take on the leadership role to excite them with ideas so that you can maximize the sales or sponsor more friends. It means you help them to see the promos, okay, that that means if not, they'll just see as, Father's Day long, Mother's Day long, like nothing to do with me. But you can actually help them to see how they can actually integrate them into their business and help them to increase their sales. Okay, and then we can always share inspiring or motivating, uplifting stories or quotes. Because like I say, sometimes we have negativity in our life, sometimes we face challenges, but all these things will help us because all these things is short term. I read before, they said everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. So it's quite funny. But anyway, I think it's true. Okay. Positive encouragement and endorsement is very important. Okay. Sometimes, like I said, because obviously we will get objections when we go out and share. People will say no to us, or people will challenge us, and all these things. So if we can have, if you're in a leadership role, you can share positivity, and you can also, in a way, compliment and endorse their actions so that they can feel more confident. Okay, and of course, any other matters that has been raised by your for your LIs and your brand reps. Okay, and of course you can consult your mentor as and when you require. Okay, that means as a leader, you keep track with your LI and your brand rep, but you should also have, you should also connect with your mentor, your upline, and keep them informed and all that of what you're doing so that the synergy is better. It can work better as a team. Okay, and then you can attract better caliber people into your network. Okay, so as I said, work as a team. So obviously, if you know that whoever is prospecting, you may know that they may need additional voice, so you can do more ABCs with your new members. Okay, and this will help them to anchor their friends, and then also help them responsibly. So that's very important. Okay, again, as we do all these things, right, we can actually plan more customized activities like trainings and workshops, etc. for the team. Okay, so the only note that I have for this is as we plan all these customized activities, right, there must be goals set for these activities, and the goals must be tied to measurable outcome like sales or new signups. That means because what we want is success in the new skin business, right? Obviously, we want to have fun. We want to enjoy what we are doing, but we must also, if what we want is success, we must tie it to these type of measurable goals. Okay, so it can be like the number of attendees. Okay, it can also be, and of course, you must also gather feedback for the session so that you can have improvements. So customize. Okay, so maybe like workshops. Maybe you can have things like skincare workshop. Would it help, for your new members if you, do a Zoom skincare workshop with Lumi Spa or the Dream Team? Now, Rosanny did one recently, which was very good. Okay, so would we need to do more, to help? And then obviously you have to encourage your team members to leverage on these workshops that you're running so that they can, get their friends on board who are, maybe they share with somebody about Lumi Spa and all these things, but the friends is still thinking about it. Maybe, additional of these workshops can actually get them, more interested, get them started, something like that. Okay, so if we work together better as a team, we'll be able to plan all these customized activities for the team, for your own team that will benefit your organization on a higher level. Okay. Okay, so finally, yeah, this one the final. Okay, so finally, it's like we need to set goals not for the team. That means it's not like I set goals for my LI or I set goals for my brand. I set goals with the team. Okay, so that so it's like because we work together, we communicate, we interact, so we exchange our thoughts and all that. So we will know like what kind of goals maybe this team member wants or is ready for. So you set goals with your team and you stay on track with these team goals, because if you want success in your Nu Skin business, right, then it must be tied with goals and tied with your team goals as well. Okay, so this is the last slide. Okay, I always feel that success is not a destination, but it's just a journey. So we will so we just go, we it's not that we go with the flow. At least we have control over what we want. It means we will plan, we will do activities and things that will actually help us to get nearer and nearer to our goals, nearer and nearer to our ultimate success. So we need to think of it as a journey and not like just like we just want to do a short like goes for 100-meter dash and then reach the destination and that's it. No, because success is a long term. It's not just about also gaining in financial success. It's about your personal development. It's about becoming a better you also. So that's why it's a journey. Okay, so this is the end of my brand rep meeting. Okay, and I hope that the tips that I shared today, maybe you can go through them again and can try to see how you can integrate them into your business, even if it's a little bit here and there. And then at the same time also, if you're not so new builder, you can also see how you can refresh again. Sometimes it's good to refresh also, to go back to basics again. And but of course you don't have to go you can go back to basics, but you will move faster than somebody who is a newbie. Okay, but it's hopefully these tips will help you in achieving greater success in the Nu Skin business. Okay, and then I want to share that this Saturday, Willie is doing a sustainability sharing. Okay, it's a very it's a very calming photo of some waves. Okay? And she says what we do now matters. So if you want to know what is it we are doing now that matters, please join her this Saturday. Okay, and invite your friends. Now, especially now, there are a lot of people who are very concerned and who love the planet. Agree? I have people who are like, who will ask me questions like, are y'all doing things that are helping to reduce plastic? Are y'all doing things, how come you're packaging so much, that kind of things? We're being challenged on all these things. So would you like to know, is sustainability just about recycling? Maybe not, right? So let's find out more and let's invite our friends who have a greater purpose about the planet and life to join us. Maybe they will also see this and also embark on the business with us. Okay, that's all I want to share. So have a good evening and yeah, have a good phase 2. Bye-bye. And